Hey, I'm Laura Roeder, and today I want to tell you a story. It's actually kind of a sad story about facing your worst fears in your business and how it can turn out to be a good thing, or how it turned out to be a good thing for me. So, I'm young, if you can't tell, younger than most people who start businesses, and I was only 22 when I started my business, very young, even younger than I am now. So I would always go. I actually built my business, my web design business, when I started off going to networking events because I didn't know anyone in Chicago and I needed clients. So I went to networking events, which, by the way, is actually a really great way to build your business. So I would go to networking events, and I was always by far the youngest one there. I mean, I stuck out like a sore thumb. And often these events are predominantly men. So being a woman, being really young, looking even younger than I actually am, I mean, I definitely stuck out. And sometimes people would make comments to me. Sometimes they were nice, encouraging comments, and sometimes they were rude comments, to be honest, about my age and about me being so young and being there. So I was always a little bit self-conscious, and I would try to dress and do my makeup and do my hair in a way that made me look older and try to make people think that I was at least a little bit older than I was. It was always kind of this hang up that I had. And I went to the eWomen Network national event in, I guess it was in 2008, 2007, it must have been 2008. I went to their national event, which was actually a really good event in Dallas. I met a lot of great people. I had a great time. And they had these laser coaching booths set up where they had these professional coaches, and you could sign up for which coach you wanted, and then you got like a 15-minute session with them for free. So I was looking through the coaches, and I saw that one was a sales coach. And I thought, okay, well, I need some help with selling. Let's go see the sales coach, see what she has to say. So I went in this little booth with the sales coach, and she immediately just started ripping me to shreds. And it was all about my age and how I looked and my voice. She told me, and I am not exaggerating, I'm not joking, she told me that what I needed to do if I wanted to get better at selling and if I wanted to grow my business was every day I needed to practice in front of the mirror speaking in a lower voice. Like I was supposed to look at the mirror and speak in a low... I don't know what she wanted me to do. That's ridiculous, right? But she told me that my voice sounded too young. No one was ever going to buy anything from me, so I needed to change my voice. I needed to change everything about my appearance. I needed to change my hair. Apparently, I touched my hair when I was talking to her, and she told me that my mannerisms made me look too young. So I kept... I kept trying to steer the conversation, being like, okay, but what about selling? But this was all that she was fixated on. She told me basically that I looked too young, I sounded too young, my appearance was terrible, and everything was wrong with me. So, as you can imagine, I was, I'm laughing about it now, but I was holding back tears while I was talking to her. I mean, it was terrible. It was literally... It's like, imagine all your worst fears of what you think everybody is saying about you, and then imagine someone actually saying those things to your face. That's kind of what happened to me. So I, the whole time I was holding back tears, I immediately after I was finished went up to my hotel room and just cried. Just cried, oh my God, I have to lower my voice. Everything's wrong with me. I was really upset. I mean, I could, even at the time, kind of see the ridiculousness, but I was very upset. And I actually remember Christine Kane, who I met at that event, ended up coming up to my room. I don't remember if I called her or if she just came by, but she came up, and I was really upset. And I remember she told me very genuinely, she's like, that really didn't even... She was talking about my age. She said that really didn't even cross my mind at all when I met you. And I believe her because Christine's the type of person that kind of doesn't care about this stuff, aka the type of person that I like to associate myself with. So it happened, and it was terrible, but I guess the moral of the story is I soon realized that my worst fear had come true, and it was okay. You know what I mean? Like, all these things that I were afraid people were thinking or saying about me behind my back, someone had said. They had said it. It was true. You know what I mean? My worst fears had come true. They were confirmed. And I survived. You know, like, life went on. And what she was saying was such an outrageous example, especially the stuff about practicing every day to lowering my voice. Seeing it come true made me realize how silly it was. And of course, now I've built my business around doing these videos and doing a lot of webinars where I talk and you hear my silly, high-pitched voice. That's mine, and that's how it is. So I guess what I want to say is, when you think about the very worst thing that could happen to you, or your fear of how people are judging you or what they're saying about you, what if it actually is true? You know, I mean, would your business crash? Would you die? What's kind of the worst that can happen? The worst that could happen in my mind happened to me, and it was okay. It really was. And so I just want you to think about, is the worst really so bad?